Today I'm going to show you how I have created this gorgeous in the hoop, quick to make tissue pack cover. These are the tissues that fit into the cover, and they're those little pocket packs that have the top opening. So previously I did a tissue pack cover that had the open out, and since then they've changed the details on the packs, so I want to make it easy on myself. I love this because it is lightweight, quick to make, and it really just sits so easily, either clipped into my handbag or onto the outside of my handbag, the kids' backpacks, whatever you need. This one's in a relatively plain vinyl, so I have chosen to embroider the words "bless you" on it, and that is part of the design. There's also a second design that is totally blank, and today I'm going to use not cork at all, vinyl, printed vinyl, to make mine. So what I've got here are two pieces of vinyl, one for the outside fold over and one for the inside. Now the measurements will of course be on the instructions, but you are looking at 9 inches by 4.5 inches and 9 inches by 3.25 inches. So fantastic for using up your scraps. You are also going to need a little lanyard and ring to hold that on. I'm going to use cam snap case to put cam snap closure. And the last thing I'm going to need, that's a little bit unusual, but it's a really handy one to have in your stash, is this rivet kit. And the rivet kit just allows me to come through and put that beautiful rivet hole on easily. And quite honestly, I got mine off eBay. Okay, so let's come along and get stitching. Okay, so here I have my 5x7 hoop, and I've got black thread on the bottom, and I've got a green color match that's going to really blend in to hopefully into my design. So let's stitch out colorway 1, and there's only 3 or 4 colorways on this project, and that's depending on whether you stitch out the one with the wording or without. So colorway 1 is going to show us where we are going to place our first piece of fabric. And I'm just going to come along, lay it over, make sure that it's fully covering that design, and then stitch colorway 2, which is going to hold all of that down. Okay, so if you are working on the version that has the writing on it, this is where you would do that writing. So what we're going to do is take our vinyl and we are going to lay it over the design, making sure that we are covering up all of our sections, and it's just going to begin where that curve begins on the design. And I'm just going to secure that with a little bit of painter's tape. Okay, so hoop back in, and you can always see whether that's in the right position. Gently does it, and we then stitch out the last colorway, which is going to hold all of that together. Now, as well as all of our beautiful triple stitching, I'm also stitching the holes where we're going to put our cam snap and rivet as well, because otherwise I'd have to measure, and nobody wants that. And that is our stitching done. So now we're back at the workbench. Let's remove the stabilizer and take the time to get as much of this out as you can. It just saves messy little bits later. I'm also going to take away all of that painter's tape and the stabilizer from inside of the project as much as I can as well. Once we've done that, take your scissors and carefully and as cleanly and equally as you possibly can, trim around the project. Now it does of course get harder when you're on the curved sides, but taking that little bit of extra time here really will give you a better finish at the end. And as you can see, I'm coming right around the top, the bottom, and the side with the placket on it. When it comes to the side that's going to remain open, go through the 2 layers. That'll just make it as easy as possible for you to remove tissues when you need to. Okay, so now we're up to the fun stuff, and the first thing that I'm going to do is use the cam snap. Now I need to choose a colour, and I think I'm going to use this nice purple colour here. And then what I need is the big silver tool, and I also need the owl to actually poke the holes. So we're going to need 2 backs and then a male and a female. So trim off your extra threads and then use the owl to pierce right through the hole before you place the back. Now it doesn't matter which one you use on which side, the male or the female. And then I'm going to use its placement to show me where to place the hole for the alternate side, and our cam snaps are done. The last thing we need to do is come through and put in our rivet. So the rivet set comes with the hole press as well as the block so that you don't damage your workbench. So I'm going to get the hole press, take my rivet there, lay it on, and just use my little craft hammer. Now I haven't gone right through that, so I'm going to lay it on again and go through until I get that hole beautifully punched. If I turn it over, then it's the rivet press side, and I put the front and back on the rivet and again hammer that through, and it's all complete. So now our project is ready to go. So I'm going to take my pack of tissues here, and I just like to open them up so that they're easy to take out. Press them firmly in and close up that snap closure. Then I'm going to take my O-ring, and I'm just putting it through a pair of scissors just to keep it slightly open here so that I can get it onto or through that rivet. Once I've done that, it's got the lobster clasp at the end of it, and I'm ready to go. Okay, so these are my 2 different styles that I've made. I'm loving these. I think they are really simple to make, easy to customize, and perfect as a gift or to sell. I hope you've loved it as much as I have. So as always, until next time, have a stitching day, and thank you for spending time with us. Bye.